Hey Coach, what's going on? It is Coach Beast here with another video, and I have a good one for you today. We're going to talk about my organizational structure and how you should structure your team organization so you can avoid having a nightmare football season. And I'm here to tell you, if your organizational structure is wrong, you can have a terrible season where you can't even focus on football. As a matter of fact, you would want to stop coaching football if your structure is not right, your personnel is wrong. So I'm going to help you with that today. And before we get into the video, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I also have both of my playbooks available in the description box. I have the Beast Offensive RPO playbook available below. And also, if you're a defensive minded guy or you need some help with your defense, I have the 4-4 Reaper defense in the description box below. So let's get into this. And I'm going to be as practical as I can possibly be in breaking this down, because it is, for me, it's been tried and true based off of a lot of experience, a lot of headaches, and I have had my share of nightmare seasons. And so I've learned my lesson on the youth level, coaching on the youth level, as to how, you can set up an organizational structure that actually works for you and not work against you. So I'm about to help you with that. So the first thing I want to focus on is your actual title within your team and within your program. All right. So in my league, I have the versatility to basically structure my team any way I want. I know you may have a team where you gotta have a board of directors or a parent committee and all of that. And guys, I'm sorry if you do have that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to try to help you kind of politic and kind of deal with that. But this is going to be for a lot of coaches who have the freedom to structure their teams the way they want to in terms of organization. All right. So for me, I'm the AD, the athletic director, and the head coach of my entire program. So I govern the entire program from 12U all the way down to my 5U teams, okay? I govern, I handle the discipline, I handle the fundraising, things of that nature. I make sure the program is on brand and on point, and I put out fires, okay? That's my role as the AD. And of course, the head coach role, I'm the head coach of the 12U team, that's the senior team. I'm over that particular group. Now, the way that I have my organizational structure, and I may be getting ahead of myself a little bit, is that every other age group typically emulates what I do, okay? They pretty much emulate what I do in terms of my structure. I may have one head coach that actually want to, have an offensive line coach, defensive line coach, linebackers coach, wide receiver coach, whatever. I'm cool with that as long as he don't have, a coaching staff of 10 guys out there, because in our league, you can only have 4 certified coaches on the field per age group anyway. So if he got too many coaches, that's my job as the AD to come in and say, hey, you're going to have to shave this or go with your top 4 guys who are going to be on the field, and the other guys are just going to have to be in the stands or maybe be some kind of help, do water or something like that. You may be able to get away that way, okay? So first things first, I'm the AD and I'm the head coach, okay? Then with my assistant coaches, I use my assistant coaches to be analysts, okay? They're analysts on game day. At practice, they are drill coaches, and they do have specific roles that they deal with. Okay, for example, I'm over the offensive line, and I'm also over the linebackers at practice, okay? I was a tight end in high school, and I also was outside linebacker. So I handle the offensive line, and I handle the linebackers. Now, I have another assistant coach that handles the skill guys, the quarterbacks and running backs, okay? I may have 2 of those guys over there handling the skill guys. And then with me, I'm over the O-line, and I may have another coach assisting me, or I may put that coach over the defensive line, okay? So that's how I do it. And usually the coach I put over the skill guys on offense, they're usually over the secondary as well. Okay, so that's how I do it at practice. During the games, I call the plays. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm the defensive coordinator. My coaches are analysts. I have an analyst that's over the defensive line. I have an analyst that's over the secondary. I have an analyst that watch the skill guys, watch the quarterback. While I will watch the O-line, but I do put a coach over the O-line during the games because I'm calling the plays and things of that nature. The reason why I do this is because I've done it where I've had a defensive coordinator. I put somebody over offensive coordinator, and I was the head coach, and my offensive coordinator cost us championship games. Okay, so with experience, comes wisdom, right? In most cases. So I decided to, guess what? I had this happen to me 3 times. So I decided to where I'm going to do the offensive coordinating. I'm also going to do the defensive coordinating as well. I've also had an experience where I had to kick coaches off the team because guess what? They didn't understand boundary. If I put you at offensive coordinator, I want you to focus on the offense. I don't want you to focus on the defense. I don't want you to focus on special teams. Focus on the offense. Vice versa. If you're the defensive coordinator, don't tell me or any of the other coaches how to run the offense. So to solve that problem, number one, I picked coaches who understood the boundary and they followed my leadership and coaching philosophy. Okay. So, sometimes we try to put our buddies, to be a part of our coaching staff. We try to put our family members to be a part of our coaching staff, and it don't work because they don't understand boundary. They don't respect leadership, and they may not respect your leadership. And you have to make tough decisions by kicking them off the team. And I've kicked a mighty share of coaches off the program, out my programs because they wanted to run their own ship. Okay. And it's very important to identify that and understand that if you choose the wrong coaches, you can have a nightmare season. They can try to sabotage you during the course of the season. They can poison the parents. They can start talking to the parents. The coach need to do this. He need to do that. And then when the parents get to talking and you don't know where it's coming from, 9 times out of 10, it's coming from your assistant coaches. Okay. I'm going to say that again. If your parents start yapping and saying different things, especially if it's about the X's and O's, about the plays and all of that. 9 times out of 10, you got a Judas in the bunch, and he's trying to tank the program. He's trying to sabotage the program. And a lot of these guys, they are trying to be the head coach because they feel like they can do it better than you. When they fail to realize that being a head coach has very little to do with calling plays. You got to manage the freaking program. You got to fundraise. You got to brand. You got to do personnel management, organizational management. You got to politic a little bit even. And a lot of these guys just want to call plays. And I said it before and I say it again. If you want to call plays, try to become an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. You can focus on plays all day. But in order to be a head coach, you got to have great leadership skills, organizational leadership skills at that, and not just play calling skills. Okay. So, you have to be careful with who you choose to be your assistant coaches. I'm telling you, it can ruin your season, it can tank your program, and it can make you not want to coach again. Like I said, I've been there. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I've had, 3 nightmare seasons. And all of those nightmare seasons go back to who I selected as assistant coaches and who I selected as volunteers as to help. And this is a great segue. You want to select a very good team mom who's all in on your vision for the program. Okay. Your team mom needs to be your team manager or your administrative assistant. Okay. When I first started coaching football in my early 20s, I was 20 years old when I first started. I did everything. I was the team dad, the team manager, the head coach. I did everything because I really didn't know what I was doing at 20. I just wanted to coach football. Right. And then over time, I chose a team mom. And, a couple of team moms, I've had some who, they try to do things too, try to sabotage the program as well, especially with money. Okay. When it comes down to money, I'm going to govern the money. Now, my team mom is my wife. So, she's able to, of course, govern the money. But if that person wasn't your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever, you want to, in my opinion, you can do what you want to do. But in my opinion, I would recommend you managing the money, governing it, maybe have a second person just to kind of, maybe not have the power to, go to the bank and do things, but at least they know what the money is. You may want that, to be a part of your program structure, but you want to have a really good team mom that you trust, that focus on all of the non-football related things like water, like snacks, like communications with the parents. They may be able to, you know, start like a carpool system if kids need, you know, a way to practice and things of that nature. Give that to your team mom and let her handle that. And then that way you're able to focus on your football players and your coaches, player development, organizational development, things of that nature. Now, I'm an administrative guy, so I could do it all and it don't bother me whatsoever. But I know for some of you guys, you hate anything administrative, anything organizational, you know, with non-football related things. And if that's the case, get you a team mom that you trust. And, you know, she may even need an assistant to help her. So that's kind of the trifecta of how my structures are in my program. I do have, you know, little tiers that go into that as well. Like I may have drill coaches who are not certified coaches, but they may help at practice. Usually those are parents, dads who want to come out and hold a pad or, you know, or stand out there like a, you know, like a defensive player or something like that. And they want to help. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. They know that they're not certified coaches. They just want to come out there and help. And sometimes, you know, if they doing a phenomenal job and they build trust with me, I may promote them up to a certified coach and they're able to help, you know, on the field. That's something I actually enjoy doing. And it's one of the best feelings in the world when you get coaches to say, you know, man, you helped change my life. I never thought I could be a coach and help kids and things of that nature. And sometimes it's life-changing for some guys, you know, and then they get their own team a year or two down the road. And, you know, that's what you want. You want a fruitful program that produces other leaders, other coaches that come from your branch, your coaching branch. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's it, guys. You know, that's it with this video. Again, if you got value out of this video, do me a solid and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you got questions, please put them in the comments. And also, you know, like I said, if you need help, you need help with playbooks, you want to run the Beast offense, I'm your guy for that. If you want the RPO Beast offensive playbook, it's in the description box. Also, the 4-4 Reaper defense playbook is in the description box as well. Also, I know a lot of you guys, y'all want to book calls with me, one-on-one calls. I'm going to put a link in the description box where you can book calls with me. You can book a 30-minute call or a 1-hour call with me, and you can pick my brain, ask me. You can literally ask me anything that you want. I'm here. I love talking to coaches. This is my goal. My personal goal is to help 1 million youth football coaches build great youth sports programs and 100,000 youth football coaches build outstanding youth football programs that's the standard in their league. That's my mission as a coach and a consultant. I'm here to help you win more games, score more points, and beast out. All right, with that being said, till next time, guys. Peace.